Good morning, Moreland. Happy Monday, September 12th, 2022. It is the day 3 on the day cycle calendar. Happy Monday. Dreary Monday, another dreary Monday. Can you believe we are getting this pattern of dreary Mondays? It was a little dreary yesterday, a little rainy today, but that doesn't mean that our mindset has to be dreary. We can be positive. We can be happy. So put a smile on that face. Have a great Monday. I hope you work hard today, follow those expectations of your teacher, and just have an awesome day here at school as we start our week this September. On this September 12th, we would like to wish Miss Zayla Smith a happy birthday. Zayla is in Mr. McMaster's third grade class, so happy birthday to Miss Zayla celebrating a birthday today. If you see Zayla or you are fortunate enough to be in class with Zayla, be sure to wish her a happy Moreland birthday. On this 12th, breakfast today is a chocolate chip muffin. Tomorrow's breakfast is a Cinny Mini. Today's lunch is waffles. Sounds delicious. And the alternate is... I'm not sure there is an alternate this week. The menu just says waffles. I think that might be it, guys. I'm not certain that there is an alternate this week. Maybe a salad. It could be a salad with cheese. I'm not certain. So I definitely know that the main lunch is waffles. The alternate could possibly be a mixed salad with greens. That is a mystery this morning on the 12th. Famous poet laureate William Shakespeare said, "Love all, trust few, do wrong to none." Interesting. Why do you think he cautioned to only trust a few? Was it because it's hard to find people we can depend on? When we trust someone, we find that person to be someone that has our best interest at heart. Think of someone you trust and tell them why you depend on them today. That's a great idea for this Monday, this dreary, rainy Monday. Think of somebody you trust and let them know. Share with them why they are trustworthy, why you trust them. What qualities or characteristics do they have that allows you to trust them? A great one. Continue to work on being developing trust and putting your confidence in other people this month. And believe it or not, the end of September will be here before you know it. So continue to listen to your teachers and continue to practice showing and developing and building trust this month of September. But I need to move on to the most important part of our Monday announcements, which is our positive office referrals. And look at all of these referrals. It's going to take another 5-10 minutes, so I better get started now so the announcements don't go on forever. So shout out this week to our very first positive office referral from Mrs. Kirby's class, Farida. Farida is always very respectful, Mrs. Kirby writes, and works hard at being kind to others. She has really shown this week that she is a good person and friend. Keep it up, Farida. Well done, young lady. Super proud of you. From Miss McDaniel's room, she has two she'd like to recognize. Miss Autumn Epson. Autumn is a great role model to her peers, Miss McDaniel writes. She is always following directions and setting a good example. Keep up the great work, Autumn. Well done. And from Miss McDaniel's room, Luke Warner. Luke is always lending a helping hand to his peers. He even helps clean up messes that he didn't make. Keep being awesome, Luke. Way to be a scholar and clean up your messes and help around the classroom. Well done, Mr. Luke. From Mrs. Steinauer's class, Lily. Lily is a rock star in first grade, Mrs. Steinauer writes. She has worked very hard these first few weeks of first grade. She's a great role model to her classmates. That should make you proud. Miss Lily, keep up the awesome work in Mrs. Steinauer's class. From Mrs. Quickle's room, we have two we'd like to recognize. Mr. Everett Moyer. A friend was having a hard time in class, Mrs. Quickle writes, and Everett showed compassion and kindness to her to help her overcome her problem. Well done, Everett. Way to be kind and compassionate to your classmates. Keep it up, dude. Miss Sophia Herman. Sophia has been such a great role model in first grade, Mrs. Quickle writes. She consistently demonstrates respect, responsibility, and safety. She is trustworthy and a kind friend. You demonstrate all of the characteristics, Sophia. Respect, responsibility, safety, and Mrs. Quickle's noting already that you are showing trust and being trustworthy yourself. Keep up the awesome work. Mrs. Good has 3 rock stars that she would like to recognize. Let's give a shout out first to Miss Emma Bishaw. Emma is a new student at Moreland and has adjusted flawlessly, Miss Good writes. She is happy and eager to learn every day. She is a friend to everyone in class and does a great job meeting classroom expectations. Well done, Miss Emma. She is already a leader in our class. Keep up the amazing work, Emma. Emma, super proud of you, young lady. Keep it up. Keep being a role model for your class and keep making Miss Good proud. Also from Miss Good's room, Bliss. Bliss has been the perfect example of a star student, Mrs. Good writes. She has been working hard, she is kind, and I can always depend on her to be a good helper. Keep up the amazing job, Bliss. Well done, young lady. Keep being a rock star. And Mr. Grayson Glasser. Grayson has had a great start to second grade, Mrs. Good writes. He's an enthusiastic learner and participant. He is kind and fun to be around and has already made many friends. His smile is contagious. Good job so far, Grayson, Mrs. Good writes. And I have to second that. Well done, sir. Keep being a role model and a rock star in Mrs. Good's class. To Emma, Bliss, and Grayson, well done. Keep rocking it. Mrs. Fair has two that she would like to recognize. Mr. Charlie. Charlie has been working hard to learn the routines at school. He puts forth his best effort and is kind to others. That should make you happy, Charlie, this morning. Well done, sir. And Mr. Eli. Eli Walton has been working hard and is kind and helpful to others. He plays with friends outside and takes care of himself to keep himself healthy and happy. Well done, sir. Way to work hard and show kindness to other people. Well done. Mrs. Skupnik is recognizing two scholars this morning. Mr. Alex Teo Cruz. Alex is so wonderful to have in class, Mrs. Skupnik writes. I can always count on him to participate and share his great ideas. His input is always fabulous to hear. I'm so glad he's in my class. Well done, Alex. That should make you so happy this morning. Way to be a rock star and way to share your ideas in class. It always helps class go a little smoother when people are participating. So keep up the awesome work, Alex. And Miss Abigail Pate. Wow, what a fabulous leader Abby is, Miss Skupnik writes. I can always count on her to work hard, transition effectively, and set an example for her classmates. Way to go, Abby. Well done, Miss Abby. Keep up the awesome work. Mr. McMaster has two that he would like to congratulate this week. Let's give a shout out to Gabriel Jones. Gabe is such a big help in the classroom, Mr. McMaster writes. From passing out papers to moving magnets, I can count on Gabe to help, Mr. McMaster says. Thanks for being a responsible member of our class. Gabe, that's so awesome. Keep rocking it and keep being that role model and awesome leader in Mr. McMaster's classroom. And Mr. Bruno. Bruno is kind and caring, and Mr. McMaster underlined kind and caring, member of our class community. He recognizes when people around him need help and then helps them without being asked. Bruno, that makes my heart really happy this morning. Thank you for showing kindness and compassion to your classmates. Keep it up, sir. Mrs. Anderson has two that she would like to recognize today. Mr. Levi. This past week, Levi exceeded expectations, Miss Anderson writes, each day and always sets a great example for his peers to follow. He went above and beyond in all of his work, keeping up the hard work and strong work ethic throughout the day. Levi is a great leader in our class. We are proud to recognize his great efforts this past week. And I am too, Levi. Keep it up, buddy. Super proud of you. Nixon Miller has demonstrated very responsible behavior this past week. He is always willing to offer a helping hand to his classmates and peers. He leads by example and helps to remind his classmates to remain on task. He has shown compassion and accountability. That's a big one. He had a great week. Well done, Mr. Nixon. Keep holding yourself accountable and continue to show compassion and kindness to your classmates. Mrs. Kuntz has two that she would like to recognize, starting with Leo. Leo has been working hard and participating a lot this past week. He makes it clear to his teachers and peers that he wants to succeed. Keep up the hard work. You're doing great, Mrs. Kuntz writes. Leo, I know Mrs. Kuntz is happy to have you in her class, so keep up the awesome work and keep being a role model. And Miss Maylee. Maylee has been a rock star with her participation in both math and reading, Mrs. Kuntz writes. I know I can always count on her to raise her hand, offer great answers, and ask strong questions that benefit everyone. Maylee, kind of like I was talking about earlier, thank you for asking strong questions and being an active member of your classroom. It always helps the class go super smoothly. Well done, young lady. Keep up the awesome work. Mrs. Langell would like to recognize Caitlin Pine. Caitlin has given her extra free time to help a few students clean out their desk and stay organized. Thank you, Caitlin, for just stepping up when the help was needed. Way to be a rock star. And Miss Emmeline Wolfgang. Emmeline took on the challenge of having 2 kinder buddies. 2 in one day. Thank you for standing up to the challenge with a positive attitude. I know you had a smile on that face, Miss Emmeline. You are always willing to help out wherever help is needed. Thank you for stepping up and being a role model in 5th grade. Mrs. Federoff would like to recognize Daniel Stavely. Daniel has stayed focused and worked hard during the first few weeks of school. I'm so happy to have him at Moreland this year. I have to agree, I was in Mrs. Federoff's class last week, and Mr. Daniel was a role model and a rock star the entire time I was in there substituting. So Mr. Daniel, most deserving of this positive office referral. And Aaliyah Stahl. Aaliyah has been a great addition to our class. She's a sweet girl who has been working hard. Mrs. Federoff recognizes your kindness and your great work ethic, so keep it up, Miss Aaliyah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one from Mr. Gralla this week. Mr. Gralla is recognizing from Mr. Arby's class, Amari. In PE, Amari has shown great examples of leadership and maturity, Mr. Gralla writes. Amari has stayed calm during stressful situations in class. He is also a great leader for the class by setting good examples and speaking up when needed. Thank you, Amari, for bringing a positive and fun attitude to my class. You are a role model, Mr. Amari, and well done. Even your specialist teachers are recognizing your hard work, Amari. Congratulations on this positive office referral. That should make you feel good on this Monday. And I have two from Mrs. Beckett's room. I would like to give a shout out to Justice. Justice has been such a caring and kind classmate. Mrs. Beckett writes, he is always willing to play with any student. He is focused, participating, and willing to try any task. Justice is doing such a great job in the classroom and everywhere in Moreland, Mrs. Beckett writes. Justice, we are so happy you are with us at Moreland, and we are so, so proud of all of your hard work. Keep up the awesome work, Mr. Justice. We are so, so proud of you. And last but certainly not least this week, from Miss Beckett's room and Mrs. Steinauer's room, Mr. Javion. Javion has had such a great week in the classroom, Mrs. Beckett writes. He is on task and loves to participate. He tries difficult things and has done a great job handling any challenge. Well done, sir. We love having Javion in our class and at Moreland. All of his classmates love him, and so does Mrs. Beckett. Javion, super proud of you. Keep it up, buddy. Way to make my heart happy, put a smile on my face, and I am so, so glad you are very deserving of that positive office referral. To all of you receiving a positive office referral this week, and there was a lot, congratulations. I hope it starts your week off on a positive note, and I hope it makes you feel good as you start your Monday. Let's stand and say our Moreland mantra together. I am kind, I am capable, I am valued. We are one. Remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a great day, Moreland.